Hey, what's up? This is Variety CHENEVERT for AKASHI Media Podcast Live. Today I'm doing something new today. I'm holding the microphone, which is a bad thing because I'm going to have to use my other hand to show you two documents. Okay, this short podcast is not going to be long this time, but this short podcast is about me. And this podcast is about me dealing with some legalities and people of saying untruth about some things about me, particularly being the daughter of Florence Ballard, which I am, firstborn child, number one, Flo baby, supreme child. Nicole, by the way. But anyway, I am just going to elaborate just a little bit, not a whole lot, because this is some things that's also in my book. But I just wanted to do a little bit of um, information out there that's been floating around, that's been on social media, saying, "Oh, you're not real, this and that. People have to sue you and all this other stuff." Woo, woo, woo. And there's always been photographs of me that people have always said that were other people when it's me. And I knew it was me because, number one, I know what I look like. I remember every event that I've been at. I remember taking photographs. I remember where I was, whether I was on the train, the airplane, the bus, or whatever it was at, who I was with. I just remember all these things. So, I have a great memory. That's a blessing from God, baby. I'm not mad about being able to remember. It's a great blessing. And I'm 53 years old and I have a great memory. And I know what I look like when I look in the mirror. So when I look in the mirror and the reflection is looking back at me, I know it's me. And I don't think I'm anyone else other than myself. So, anyway, the first thing that I wanted to show you is the reason why I'm going to show you this document, a little piece of document on myself, because I always investigate. I'm an investigator. I've been a reporter as well, but you can call me an investigative reporter. But I have my FCC license, lifetime license, so it's still good. Never expires. But because so many people have been out there saying things that are not real, I don't mind proving things because I'm not a liar. I don't have to lie on myself. I am who I am, you know. But I take up for my mother, Florence, and people try to pretend like they really love my mom. They say, "Oh, we love your mom. She's this and that, woo, woo." But then when I start talking, people start saying, "Oh, that's not real, woo, 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 woo." So, this is what I want to say today. Number one, people said my mother was on welfare. She was in the Jet magazine. That's me sitting on the floor in the front. The photographer said, or asked her. Actually, he asked her. Lois asked her, "Who is the oldest?" She said, "I am." He said, "You sit on the floor." So I had to sit on the floor because I'm the oldest. So that's the first thing. Mom did the Jet magazine interview, and the whole thing she told me, she said, the reason why I'm doing this interview today and we're doing these pictures today is because I want the world to know what my children look like, whether I'm on welfare or not. I don't want no one to forget what my kids' face look like. And I've gotten brown and older over the years, so I'm not that age 7 anymore. I'm 53 now, so hey, it is what it is. So I wanted to come to I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Okay, we had some crackling things going on, and people were walking toward me, so I just want to put you all on hold for a minute. But anyway, so that was the reason what Mom was talking about. I'm talking about Florence Ballard from the Supremes, to found the Supremes. So she was like, I don't want anyone to forget what my children look like. I don't care if I'm on welfare or not, you know. And it's paying $16,000. So it's amazing to me that this took place, because I remember the interview. The whole day was a long day, and it started about 11 a.m. at the house on 13530 Pinehurst is where we took the photographs and everything. It was a long ass day. Um, that house was used for a lot of photographs in Michigan and stuff like that. I remember being in a lot of pictures, even when I was little, because actually I was a premature child, and so I was always small, and I was older than what I looked. I always look young. So this is how I am today. I don't think I look 53 with a 33-year-old and 4 grandchildren, do I? I don't. So it's always been that way for me. Um, so it's funny that the whole welfare thing, it's true. We were at the welfare office. We were. And I was there with her. And it's just so funny, though, to me, because I, to this day, still, even with my my information that I have on myself today, it just doesn't even add up. But I figured that it had to be a different government too, because there are two governments that we were always working with this situation. So this is part of my book that I'm talking about, things that's in my book. So I just doing a little bit of outline of what's in my book, so you all can go pick it up. And the name of my book is Famous and Broke, Broke and Famous. My mother, Florence Ballard. They call her Penny. When the lights went down, they call her Penny. I'm sorry. So, and then there's a little bit of this in my other book called Supreme Child. So, and that's about my life. But I just wanted to show you just a little bit of documentation. That's real. My social security number. My social security number. Okay, my social security number. It's weird. My social security number did not start until the age of 12. And I remember reading in the newspaper that there was someone who finally found out someone was their father related to the Motown thing around that age of 12. Because they always thought that he was an uncle, but he wasn't. It turned out that he was his father, their father. And I'm like, well, that's kind of parallel to me, because my social security number did not start until I was 12 years old. And so for me, I'm like, how the hell did mom have me in school without a social security number? How did mom get welfare for me without a social security number? Anyway, I know what led up to that too, but I'm not going to say it on this video. But it's just a little bit, I'm just talking about that's in my book, because it's like my own little book promotion that I'm doing for my book, Famous and Broke, Broke and Famous. My mother, Florence Ballard. When the lights went down, they called her Penny. And those of you who know me, know that's true, know that's true, know that's true. And it's not just about good times. Good times, good times. Yeah, another person named Penny too, huh? Whoop. Anyway, but this is my own information on myself. I'm not going to show you my social security number, but the information is on my social security number. It shows that my social security number did not start until the age of 12, after the death of my mother, Florence Glenda Ballard, which is 3 years later, because she died when I was 9. Here it is. Can you see it? Can you see that? Audience, my audience. See? It didn't start till after my mother died. That's one thing. The next thing is that the next document that I'm going to show you of myself is that people picked parents for me after the passing of my mother, Florence Ballard. Another investigation I did on myself. And that investigation is, I at least wanted to find out forensics information on myself. 2 people, a man and a woman, that claim that they made me. There's no father or mother information on me with these 2 people for the past 40-something, 50-something years. Proof that they even made me. Not true, because I know they did. I was all there. But I'm not going to say everything because it's in my book. Or books, because it's like volume 1 and 2, and I kind of split it all up too. I did more information on myself. And when I do information on myself, I do information on myself. I don't go by things that people say. That's one thing I want you to know about me. Variety CHENEVERT, also known as Nicole, and some people call me Rosalind over the years, because that was the name they gave me after Nicole. However, I want to make sure you know I am not Nicole Chapman. I'm Nicole Renee Ballard. Media. Anyway, I just want you to know I do not go on what other people say. I must investigate myself, even if it comes out of my own mouth. And I always was taught in school and was told in school, ever since 3rd grade, maybe you could know kindergarten. Anything about you, it's in your blood. It's in your blood. It's inside of you. Anything about you, it's always inside of you. That's what I was taught when teachers used to stop and look at me in my eyes. In kindergarten, through 3rd grade, through 6th grade, the answer and truth is always inside of you. And I learned that a few years ago when I did my DNA ancestry test with my own saliva. And that answer and that truth is still real. It's inside of me and came out of my own saliva and spit. Next, I'm showing you more proof of an investigation that I did it myself. Claims, supposedly, of other parents outside of Florence Ballard and Larry, Mr. Jones. Or you could say Chapman, whoever that guy is. I did an investigation on myself. Birth certificate, everything. States, everything. I have been tracking it down on my own self, and things have just popped up on my own self. So I'm just going to show you a second document on myself, which is related to my birth, that 2 people claim to be my parents. And this is the result that I was giving. Because I was born December the 17th, 1967. My mother, Florence Ballard, did not have me in October 1968. Her due date was February 1968, but I was born 2 months early, not 2 weeks early, 2 months early. And I had to stay in the hospital. I was 4 pounds, 13 ounces. My mother was also a primate, and I was born a preemie, a Sagittarius, 4 pounds, 13 ounces. And I was not born at Henry Ford Hospital because Henry Ford Hospital in 1967, December 17, 1967, did not exist. Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit, Michigan did not exist. It did not exist even in 1968, not even October. So find yourself another hospital. October 13, 1968. Henry Ford Hospital was not in existence until 1972 or 1. So, even being on television and calling me a liar and a fake on social media, you're dead wrong. I'm real. Because the hospital I was born at wasn't in existence. Not extant. So, the information on my birth for the people that they claim that they wanted to create a mother and a father, here's the record on that. No record found. So, that's how I'm going to give you folks. Thank you for tuning in to AKASHI Media Podcast Live. Variety CHENEVERT, the host, the daughter of Supreme founder Florence Ballard from Motown. Flow Baby, 1217. Supreme Child, Poe Child. Thank you for tuning in. And by the way, my mother's suite number of her business office in Detroit, Michigan, downtown Detroit, at the Penobscot building. Her suite number was 1217. So significant. Thank you. Reflection of the way things used to be. Hey. Bye-bye. Till next time.